Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. Like we said, we're taking a look at Netflix's Troll, and I know Rowan, this is kind of the movie that's up your alley, so I'm sure you're probably excited to talk about this. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Troll and what you thought of the movie?
Yeah, little up my alley because I'm the target demographic for big blockbuster disaster movies or monster movies. They have a soft spot in my heart. For the first 45 minutes of this movie, I was completely into it. I'm going to give a quick synopsis. It's kind of like the first act where you meet all the characters. So
Hmm.
the first act is very much you starts out with a dad and a daughter. They're mountain climbing, and the dad says there's some trolls in those hills over there, and just immediately fast forwards 20 years, and the daughter is now Laura Dern from Jurassic Park. If you've ever seen that movie,
Yep.
same
Yeah.
character almost.
Yep.
The government sees some rumblings in those hills. They just fly out there to go get her. You don't need too much of an explanation on that. They bring her as the expert into the government. You meet all the government players, and they see some found footage, which I think is really good. It's important to get revealing your main monster correct, and I thought they did it at a really good pace. She's got to go reunite with her dad, who's he's crazy and lives in the mountains,
Estranged.
Yeah.
but he's like an expert on what these things could be. So they go get him, and then he leads them to a place where the trolls probably will be, in which the first full vision of the troll is shown, and the graphics in this are awesome. So that's
Yeah.
around the 40-minute mark that happens.
Yeah.
Um,
I totally agree with the graphics being spot
everything
on.
after that, they ran out of gas. Everything after that is just generic soldiers shooting at a troll. There's some story in there about like Christianity or whatever, but they barely touch on it. So it's unfortunate. Those first 40 minutes were, I thought, excellent, and then that movie just stopped dead in its tracks and became every movie you've ever seen in your entire life.
It was interesting to watch, but I caught myself more focusing my attention on, okay, are they going to go this route or this route with this story? And they hit them all. They had the expert and the government bringing in the expert, and then the expert is called in. They make a decision. This is what we're going to do. You need to listen to me. You called me in for a reason, and of course that plan fails. And then they lose faith in the expert, but then the expert has to go behind their back and do something cool and save the day because they're
Right.
going to do something crazy.
Yeah. I would
Mhm.
totally enjoy being that person that the military goes, hey, send a special ops team to go pick up that person, bring them here, skip the whole, hey, are they a terrorist or anything, bring them straight to the command center, no clearance whatsoever, and start making decisions that we're not going to listen to. I'd like to be that person. But yeah, I agree with Rowan. Like the graphics on this, like the troll looked great.
Yeah, I thought so too, actually. I thought the CGI was pretty good in this. It looked pretty believable to me, and I like the design of the troll. Do trolls have tails, like in myth and legend?
All of these did.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, even at that crazy amusement park that they were all in, the mascot that's walking around, he's got a tail, and the big statue of a troll's got a tail. So
Yeah, I'm not a major troll mythology person, so Well, I didn't know if they
Mm.
have
gotcha.
I'm gonna take a stab at it and say that it depends on what species of troll that you're talking about there.
Yeah,
Right.
gotcha.
So these trolls, rock trolls, apparently they have tails.
Knowledge of trolls is mostly from Danny DeVito when he's playing the troll toll part of the Nightman
Which
cometh from
he,
Always Sunny.
You want the baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
And
I
he
think
doesn't
he
have a
had
tail
it.
in that, I don't think.
I thought he
Does,
did have a
well, he's
tail.
got like a big jacket on.
Yeah,
Oh,
I watched it with the English dub
okay.
and English subtitles,
Oh,
and there's a lot of mismatch that goes on. One of my favorite ones is he kept referring to the politician, the skinny guy, the caretaker for
oh, Nora.
Nora. When Nora's father kept referring to him as politician, in the dub he keeps calling him egghead.
What's up with the egghead?
Oh,
But
Yeah.
in the subtitle it keeps saying politician. So I
right.
really hope that the translation from Norwegian to English to say politician is egghead.
His
That
egghead.
would be hilarious to me. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
They kept saying like one of the big things to do with this guy to kind of stop it is to get it in front of sunlight so that it can turn into stone. But if I'm not mistaken, we see
we see it in direct sunlight in 2 whole scenes
Do
earlier,
we?
don't we?
Well, it's in
No.
overcast sunlight.
Oh.
The clouds block just enough UV rays for it not to, be harmful to the troll.
Yeah, even during the theme park scenes,
Yeah,
that
it was
was
overcast.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually really curious what the budget of this movie was, because the CGI was really good. I think we're all in agreement with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They obviously had access to some high tech stuff, like
Mhm.
vehicles and jets, like preparing and all that. That doesn't look like B-roll from something else, that looks all shot for the movie.
Right.
So yeah, I'd be very curious if one of our trolls can look up what the budget was.
Did you guys see the Michael Bay tribute? They had one of those stupid when the troll's foot was going over the
Oh.
pickup truck, and the guy was looking out the pickup truck like,
Mhm.
Yeah, they have one of
uh,
those swoosh camera.
yeah,
things
and
that
it's all
Bay does.
slow mo, and I'm like, oh my god, that's
Ye-
tribute to Michael Bay right there.
Speaking about camera stuff, one thing that I did kind of like about this movie is they did do some interesting stuff with cameras. Like, they do this kind of cool shot from the cabin of this helicopter as he's like slamming the helicopter, the one in his hand into the helicopter, and you see like the top of the helicopter. Like, I've never seen a shot like that before.
Did you guys pick up on the size of the skull that was in the back of the pickup truck and how small it was compared to the troll that was, chasing them?
I thought it was a baby.
This is baby, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
'cause-
I thought it was the king or something.
Because no, he was the king.
He was the king.
What they did was they lured the troll's family into the palace while they lured the king away into the mountains. And then they killed his family.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because this movie actually does have a big monster creature that could be kind of complex, right? That's its land, and by halfway through this movie, I was almost rooting for it. I was like, destroy all these humans, take
Yes.
your land back.
Yep.
But they take this kind of character that could be complex and could be deep and reduce it down to, oh, maybe we shouldn't kill him. Okay, kill him. Okay, he just dies. They don't particularly visit the complexities very well. They demonstrate it, but then they don't do anything with it. It just turns into a generic monster movie, which is a bit of a bummer. I thought they could have gone a couple different ways. There's a couple characters I want to talk about. I kind of want to get your opinion on them. So, the first character I want to talk about is Captain Chris, this generic ass GI Joe character.
The G.I. Joe,
who
exactly.
is so bad.
Yeah, he was
So,
pretty bad.
How about this scene where going back to your bell scene, which I was just pacing around my living room. I was just like, what is going on? I don't know. Hey, maybe don't fly right next to this thing. Back up a little bit. This G.I. Joe guy, he's basically the military guy that's like, well, yeah, let's do this. Let's send these 7 helicopters. So me and my buddies, we're going to fly 7 helicopters. Oops, I just got 6 of my guys killed. Fast forward an hour later, and he's hitting on Nora. He's like, oh, I guess we're breaking up now, but, let's get back together later for dinner just to make sure there's no bells around. I was like, bro, all these guys just died. And you're talking about getting together as long as there's no bells. Oh, my goodness. He was just an NPC in a video game in this movie.
All's fair in love and war.
The other character that really ruined this movie for me was Sigrid, who's like the hacking.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, the hacking part.
I'm all for some cheesy hacking in a movie. I love it.
How hard can it be, right?
But someone needs to tell her she's going to get executed for treason.
Yes.
Right. That might be the rules there.
That's what I was
over in
thinking
Denmark.
too.
I was like, yo, you're about to get yourself executed. You should probably not be smiling while you do this.
She gets caught doing exactly what Rowan just said, treason.
Right.
Hacking their own airplane and going against protocol, doing all this stuff, and then they still let her in control room just to stand there. Like, she would have been like arrested and taken away, put in a brig, something. I don't know.
But at the very end, she got the nod of confidence from the general. It was like, oh yeah, you did the right thing. Good job, soldier.
Yeah, because she also punched a superior officer.
Assault.
Yeah.
Treason. Those were the 2 characters, and I wrote it down. I was like, I'm going to make sure everyone hates these characters as much as I hate them.
So, Rowan, you started us off. Why don't you go ahead and get us out of this Troll movie, and let us know if you would recommend people to watch Troll on Netflix from 2022.
It's a bummer. It's a no. I loved this movie 45 minutes in, and then every 10 minutes after that, I hated it more and more. And then it was even, and then it went further down and further down and further down.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. Go ahead and watch it. I mean, it did not make me at the end. I wasn't disappointed. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the film. It wasn't the best film making, but the CGI was great. I thought the cinematography was halfway decent, and I didn't have a problem with all the characters that my co-hosts apparently did. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not like I said, it's not great, but I would say watch it.
You know, the acting in this was decent, but I mean, overall, no, I'm not going to recommend it. I mean, if you have absolutely nothing else planned for an hour and 46 minutes or whatever, however long it is, go watch it, but don't expect anything great.
Yeah, I'm thinking a no for me as well. It's a little bit too predictable. I mean, they don't like Rowan said, it's a lot of cliches and a lot of tropes, and because of that, you can predict everything that happens in this movie. So it looks like it's 3-1. We don't recommend Troll from
No.
2022. So that wraps up the show. We're going to go to our members only Patreon section of the show, where we're going to talk a little bit more about Troll and some other nonsense probably. And go to patreon.com/screenwrite if you want to join up, so you can join us over there. And meet us back next week, where we will be doing our live show for January. We'll be talking about all the movies that we reviewed this month, which is Troll, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and
Emancipation.
God,
Yeah.
I tried to get it out of my mind, but here it is. It's coming back. Join us for that live show, which will be Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.